Ace.
I think is for the crit on Did Your Raw, I was thinking it's just that they have enough control between the Nyx and the Shadow Shaman. Oh, BKB, oh my god, just blows up the roster.
And he's still going with the right click. They're going to find the chat, and Dishira pops the Berserkers by Battle Trance, but still in trouble. Now the Hex up onto Roger. He's going to get J Totem. The Echo Sled comes in as well. Cheshire Cat somehow getting away. Roger will buy back. Somebody's in the well. That's, of course, the troll. Zip back in from G. Mana regeneration of 64.8 per second. Assassination on Lil. Dishira wants the kill. Can't find it. No BKB. Dishira trying to man fight. Big Impale. Lasso's going to go onto Roger. Now they find the troll kill. He does have buyback, but it might be too much. Yule Scepter up into the air for Cheshire Cat. Wait for him. He gets blown up by G. Godlike. The magic missile. Roger's dead. He died back, and that is the GG. ASUS.Polar, ever since that top engagement, the big Echo Slam from low, that's all it took to get them in the lead. And then
G2A.com, the best video game store ever! Fast as lightning, solid as a rock, cheap as duck! What's more, you can sell on it because it's also a marketplace. Remember G2A.com, the best video game store ever!
Right, we butchered this. Hello, live stream. Hello, DotaTV boys. I think Mod should have been doing an intro, but he's muted right now. Ah, there he is! Alright, let's try this again, you know what?
that rarely happens. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for DotaPit League Season number 3. Welcome back. It is Power Rangers versus ASUS.Polar. I've muted myself. That happens on a very rare occasion, so I do apologize. But we're here. It is we're into the game now, into the draft. Power Rangers got crushed. When Lil surprised them with a Blink Echo Slam. He had not had a Blink beforehand. They were not expecting it. And to be honest, that probably won them the game for ASUS.Polar. From that point, they took a couple of fights where one specifically around Roche where they snatched the Aegis. They got all 5 kills. Ilden became a monster to deal with on the Morphling as he often becomes. And Power Rangers had no way to deal with it. This game, they don't go for the Troll. They don't go for the Sniper. Both of them get banned out in the first round. They get the Axe instead. Anyways, thank you for joining us. This is, of course, organized by the One Game Agency, brought to you by High Ground TV. We're here today with Pitmunkle, our production manager, Mont Pax, our stats man, and Trouf. How are you feeling after that game, man?
I'm good. Oh, sorry. Made it, but there's some interesting stuff going in Skype chat that's redirected me to Reddit that I had to read. That's really funny, by the way. Anyway, I'm good. I'm still trying to wake up. I got to get some coffee, but I'm all out of cream. So I'm not about to drink it black either.
Yeah, that is the first world problem if I've ever heard it. Damn, out of cream, can't drink this coffee. That sucks. Now I feel you, man. It's a common issue, but don't you worry. Power Rangers versus ASUS.Polar. That's all the action you need to get awake, man.
Dude, there was like no action, like you mentioned, for the first 20 minutes.
And then all of a sudden, boom.
And then an Echo Slam happened.
And then everybody died. And it was all I ever wanted in life. It was beautiful.
That's all you want? That's all you want in life.
Well, I mean, all right, no, not literally, no. I mean,
you want some Super Metroid. That's what you want.
Yeah, well, theoretically, yeah. I mean, I would like to get a PB in that game at some point in the near future, but
personal best.
Yeah, and that doesn't seem that's I'm too terrible. Forget it. Now I'm sad.
Oh, I'm sorry. I brought that up.
All right, Earthshaker picked up for Power Rangers. They say, hey, listen, we know how strong this hero could be. We'll grab it this time. ASUS.Polar go for the CIS tried and true, turn North American all-star hero for the one and only Savage Grand Grant, Spirit Breaker. Although he did have a game the other day where he won he had 16 deaths or something ridiculous.
Yeah, I was in that game.
I was like, Grant, please stop feeding, all right? I know you're a Savage King or whatever, but you're not allowed to just feed with the hero, so please don't do that. So let's see if ASUS.Polar have a bit of a better time here. Let's hope.
Well, their usual Spirit Breaker player was Mag, and he played it really, really well. Like I wouldn't say debut it, but he debuted it at least to me when I was watching D2A, and they just owned with it. They were getting Spirit Breaker bans against them in almost every game after that. So we'll see if Sadoy can live up to Mag's standard. I gotta be too honest. I wasn't too impressed with Sadoy's Batrider last game. There's some I can't even say minor mistakes, but some pretty big mistakes of where he was walking and how he was kind of just felt like he neglected the fact that they had the Nyx Assassin.
Yeah.
Which is one of the better heroes against Batrider in general.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That's a very good point. And it's not often that you see Sadoy make those mistakes. I mean, he's a good player. It's kind of weird. I mean, he got caught out a lot. He was too far forward. It wasn't really the fact of the Nyx Assassin, which he ran into that spike carapace a lot, but he often he really wasn't concerned about the other enemy heroes. He knew there were 3 or 4 heroes down in that bottom jungle when he got caught out one time, and he got blown up. It wasn't even really close. So, I mean, I think he just has to be more patient and a little bit more concerned about the enemy hero's position. And that'll be easier with the Zeus on board. They have the Zeus ult, obviously. They have the vision to go for. So, and they also have 4 blue heroes. Never a bad thing to start off with the draft. So, I like the decision.
Please pick Treant, man. This global strat would be amazing with Treant. They wouldn't have very much late game or physical damage, but my god, it would be so fun to watch. I've seen ASUS.Polar do it before, except the only difference was they had, instead of the Venge, and I don't remember who their offlane hero was, but they had, instead of a Venge, it was a 4-position silencer who ended up farming after the Treant got his Ags. I don't think that Venge can't carry with a ton of items, but I don't think they'll pick Treant, but man, it was so good last time we saw Polar do this. So, just throwing that out there.
There's always the possibility, and we can believe maybe it will happen soon. We'll have to wait. Power Rangers the last pick. They have the Luna more than likely mid, as they have the Earthshaker Tassel support combo. Axe in the off lane, probably, I'd suspect. Or safe lane also works. We'll see. So we'll see if they grab something here for G2A, or if they give Cheshire Cat the Axe. Now, they also have a minute in reserve time, so plenty of time to think about what they want. Not really a color-coordinated draft, unfortunately, so my mind is on ASUS.Polar if they get a blue hero. If they get any other hero, I don't know. I can't get down with that.
No?
I don't think so, no.
Blue hero that's in the safe lane. Again, it's hard when you don't have all the heroes in front of you, but...
Morphling, man.
Morphling? Okay.
They did the last game, do this game.
Sure. All right. Geez, you know exactly what you want then.
Yeah, I mean, that could be it. Well, what else? I'm going to go to
Actually, it's really good against Axe and with Axe because you replicate and get the spins with it. So,
All right.
Could be good.
PA is kind of blue. I don't know if Hilden really wants to play that hero. Probably not.
PA?
Yeah, PA's. I don't know if it's really good with this lineup, but
not very good against Lena. But
no, it's a thought. It's a blue hero. Riki. Another blue hero.
Ooh.
I mean, come on.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere.
Let's go. Last pick, Riki. That is a back pocket strategy that people aren't expecting. ASUS.Polar, please. You know what the people want. It's got to be blue. For Power Rangers, they are going to go 4, 6, 5, 4. Wraith King in the safe lane.
I think. Yeah.
Wow.
I believe so. I guess they wanted a hero that can just kind of run in and not worry about dying once. There's no mana burn coming out from Polar right now, so unless you get Necro 3, he's always gonna have that ult ready to go in the fight. Come on, pick the tree, and it would make me so happy if they did. I don't even think it'd be that great here anymore, but dude, it's so strong. Like ASUS Treant. Oh my god.
This is an awful pick, but I still love it. It's Treant Protector. Let's go. No, they need to pick a blue hero. Come on.
Invoker's a blue hero, isn't he?
No, I don't think. Is he? Hold on. He's like got a purple collar. It's like white. He's a Caucasian dude with a purple collar. That's him. Drow? There we go. All right, Mawpax. I see what you're going for.
I get
Drow.
that Zeus's auto text.
Yeah, dude.
He needs to right click a little bit better. Oh, it's blue. Okay.
All right. Okay. You know, it's a little purple, but there's a little blue in there. I'll take it. All right. You know what? That's fine. It's
definitely good against Lena, and it's good at stopping the Earthshaker blink. And the whole global power here of Polar has now kind of been finalized. So I think Spectre's fine. I'm worried slightly, though, that Power Rangers does some kind of aggro thing. Like, they can easily put Wraith King solo top and go Axe Tri-Lane bottom with Axe Dazzle Earthshaker.
Oh dear, that Spectre would get obliterated. That's not a fun lane to be in.
No, not at all. Like Dazzle, like he's already a melee hero, and then you have to worry about the Dazzle heals. You have to worry about Axe. So I think if you're against the Spectre, you need to go aggro onto him, because if you don't, you're just going to lose. I really feel that way. I think Spectre is one of the top heroes of the list, where if untouched in the safe lane, will win you the game. I really feel that way. Anti-Mage is up there too. Your quintessential carries. But I really feel like Spectre is... And the reason why it is because he's quite easy to be aggressive against. He's really terrible in lane. Very, very bad in lane. Like, even Anti-Mage is actually pretty good in lane. He can blink away, he can mana burn, he can be aggressive, hard to kill. CS as well, because he's got great attack animation and very high damage. All these things that Spectre does not have. He's got horrible... It's not the worst attack animation, but it's very low damage. If you look at his damage right now, it's 48. It's bad.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. No calling bait either.
He can't... You think you can get away with Spectral Dagger, but early on you really can't. It doesn't give you that much of a movement change boost. It's only 8% extra movement speed for you. Yes, it takes away 8%, but that doesn't really matter in the early stages. So he's just really bad in lane. So I think... And it looks like they are going to go aggressive, or maybe
yeah, but they're putting the Axe safe lane instead of the Axe bottom, which I don't know. I think the Axe bottom might have been a better idea, but
it's still certainly fine top, because he knows they're going to be a melee hero top. So I'm just wondering. Okay, it's going to be a farming Wraith King. I kind of agree with you, though. I think Wraith King would have been fine at top too. So I agree with you. I think Axe should be bottom.
Oh man, Aces were so ready to go. They were hiding in the camp, and then they oh G. Is G dead? Maybe not. Maybe J4's dead. Is anybody dead, really?
I don't think anyone's dead.
No. All right. What an awkward... Okay. Nobody dies. Somehow, there's a Fisher block and nobody dies. All right. Well, ASUS.Polar were literally sitting in this camp. They actually chilling touched up. They were getting ready to fight. They knew they were coming around the trees like, we're going to jump them. We're going to surprise them. And as soon as they were about to get to that camp, Power Rangers backed up. They had their hacks turned on.
This sword on Titya is so freaking cool. I need to get this.
It's called Winter Blight. I'm gonna call it Frostmourne because Blizzard, please no TOS, please no Sue.
Please no Sue. Yeah, no, that sword looks friggin' badass, man. Anyway, they're aggro tri-laning, but because they got down there slow. Okay, there comes the word finally from J4 to. I don't know if the sentries blocked that out actually, though. I could be wrong. I thought it was only the
yeah, I'm pretty sure it does. Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so I guess that will block it. Yeah, you're right. The outer one won't block. But they still got the first pull off, so they're going to get a little bit of extra farm. We'll see if... Oh, still didn't miss one there. He's going to miss... Oh, he got 2 of them. Okay, that's good. And that's important too. I always talk about that, but those extra early CS really help you in tri-lanes because it means it's the extra gold for a poor man's, or it's an extra gold for a poor man's plus a magic stick, or boots and magic stick. Like, all those little items in aggro and tri-v-tri are so important, and the fact that Illidan's getting some CS is notable.
I mean, this is not the easiest hero to CS with because he doesn't have a Quelling Blade. He doesn't have his PMS like you talked about, so... I mean, very low base damage, and he really can't walk up. I mean, that range creep was juicy. He wanted it, you could tell. But there's no way he could walk up safely and not die there. So, it's rough. Eventually, he will be able to CS, I think, if they don't get too aggressive here, but I imagine at some point Power Rangers put a move on him, and especially since there is no camp now, and they don't have sentry wards, which actually they did just buy them. And this is going to be tough because the lane is always probably going to be in PR's favor, and Light is pushing out now with the Wraith Fire Blast, Casualty, and FNG. That's a big waste of mana, actually. They have Clarities? Yeah, they have 2 on no fear, so that's probably fine. This is... Top lane is really where the action's happening, actually. Big heal. FNG. Sadoy is getting chased down. He has charge, so I mean, there's no real way, unless, you know, he calls him to kill him, but... mid lane is where Roger is decimating. Well, not decimating. He's only 2 CS ahead of G, but he has full mana, whereas G does not. He does have a bottle, though. You gotta come up and right-click. LSA just misses from Roger. It's a good effort. I'm trying not to miss first blood, because it could happen in any one of these lanes, honestly. This is the toughest, when you see try versus try, and then solos everywhere else, because that's where action could be afoot any place. And they throw the fish up to Illidan, but he backs up enough that he doesn't get blocked on the wrong side. And it actually, the wave is pushing in, so now he should get some CS. This is... You don't want to dive... And they pull the aggro very well as well, so now he is going to get CS for sure. Alright. The bash coming in on the Cheshire Cat, Sadoy, and Cheshire Cat going toe-to-toe. They'll back away. Fisher block, Wraith King now going on into Lil. He's gonna fall. He'll get the first blood. J forward trouble. Coldfeet comes out. He might get frozen. Will. They bring up the grave. They have the grave. I'm sure it was shouting it in team chat at this point. Wraith Fire Blast onto FNG. Ditcheron now completely out of mana. That heal bomb though, with all of the creeps nearby. Easy double coming out. No Fear gets 1. Ditcheron, I believe, getting the other. Yeah. So good start to the game in this aggressive trial lane from Power Rangers, and Illidan. At least he stays alive and he can continue to CS, but not the best start for his lane. They don't get too aggressive here, but... You're going Soul Ring mid, by the way. 256 damage heal bomb. Well, that's something. That's certainly not bad. 27 last hits for the lane, 24 in the top lane. And at this point, what do you do now if you're in this defensive tri lane? Do you have to... just continue to sit here and help out Illidan? Do you maybe send your supports elsewhere to try to find a kill? What's the optimal option here? I mean, I guess they try to pull now, but they didn't sentry... Oh, they did sentry the camp. They actually did find it. Nice. I think Tralf... Oh, he actually DC'd. Alright, well, I didn't even notice that.
You want me to hop in?
Sure, Pimp. What's up, man?
Aye. That was great, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was really good, man.
I just can't make a better job than 12 because otherwise Chat is gonna freak out, right? So I'm just being nice right now.
Okay, well, what's your stance? I think we think the same thing about this game right now, and that Power Rangers have this really good aggressive try. Meanwhile, actually, they rotated Ditcher out. They rotated out of that aggro try. Jeez. Yeah, mid is in fact a party. Roger gets the kill with the Laguna Blade. The Enchant Totem keeping him in place. I was not expecting them to jump out of this aggro tri lane so early. Maybe it's because they sentryed that camp, but they're all top now. Everybody's top.
I guess they're just content with the Spectre for now. I mean, Spectre's gonna have a slow start. We're 6 minutes in, barely 1.1k. But, I mean, Trev was talking about it. If you leave her unchecked for like a few minutes, suddenly there's some early game items, and I don't know, Spectre can do so much. And you have to be so careful, you have to play so much around her, I don't know. I don't like it, but as long as PR are winning all the other lanes, I guess it's fine anyways, because you're gonna be owning the Spectre so hard in the first like 20 minutes, just because of the slow start. And levels
I think
are
Cheshire
looking great.
Cat.
Oh, sorry.
I think Cheshire Cat also wants to go into the jungle as well because he just wants his blink dagger, man. He wants to blink call, and he's not getting as much CS as he could in lane. I think a lot of that has to do with Sadoy. Yeah, well,
I don't know. It's hard.
that's
It
the
reminds
way
me
of the axe, though.
I mean, like, pretty much lost the game because of some super unlucky spins, and I just, you know, I mean, this is the problem if you pick RNG by 0, right?
Yeah, that's true. That is true. You have to expect it, man. He's got a nice little double stack here. He'll drop his tranquils momentarily. I think he's waiting to stack again, actually. And he is going to get up to his blink pretty soon. But Illidan, in all of this, gets a 100% free lane. There is no hero contesting, which I think is the biggest surprise. They not only rotated the tri lane out, they rotated out all these heroes, and suddenly he just gets free farm, and he goes for a Vanguard.
Yeah,
I can't really believe that they just leave him alone like that. That's crazy to me.
I mean, the idea is about this. I mean, Vanguard is. It might look crazy, but if you think about the burst coming up from Alina X, if you think about just the minus armor coming as well. Look at Illidan, he's just fucking dying. Oh,
Yeah,
I'm sorry language, but he's
he's-
really just dying to a
He's
solo
dead.
Alina, and that's an issue. You better go Vanguard then. Oh, Trust's
Yeah.
back. That's amazing.
Hello.
Hey,
Hello.
Sorry, that usually never happens. I don't know what happened.
internet dropped, I'm assuming.
Yeah, just
From the
randomly.
Game Boys, mid is party.
J4, nice Fisher coming out. Nether Strike goes, though. Zeus ult to finish him off. I didn't think he would get that Nether Strike off before he had missed vision, but Sidor will get the kill. Call's gonna go, and Cheshire Cat gotta slam it down. This game's certainly gonna be a bit more fun, I think, in terms of kills than the last game. When there's an axe involved, there's always dead heroes. Lena as well. Interesting.
All right, what I
so
missed?
far.
What are the big
so-
points?
So there was two. I don't know if you were here. They killed two heroes down bottom.
Nope.
Power Rangers killed both the supports in the bottom lane. Illidan survived. Then they rotated their tri lane out. They rotated up top. They rotated middle. They killed G, I think, once. Then they kind of rotated back around. They sent the lead in the bottom. He got a solo kill onto Illidan with LSA, Dragon Slave, Laguna, and a couple of right clicks. Cheshire Cat just got that kill mid, and I think that's it. There's been a couple other kills that I've missed, maybe, but I think that's about it.
Looks like PR is really out farming ASUS right now. In terms of CS, I'm looking at they just have a lot of high CS members on the board here with the blink up onto. This is really weird for me. I just DC'd, you know, I came back and like all their names are different. This is so weird. Like they don't have their ticketed names.
That's weird. That is
So
strange.
I actually don't know who's who. This is so weird. Anyway, who's pink? Sorry, Cheshire Cat. Is
yes,
that Cheshire?
that's Cheshire Cat. That is correct.
He just
It's your,
shows up as like 15 threes on my name, but like it's just 3. So that guy has picked up a blink dagger.
that guy. He's got that blink dagger ready to
That
go.
guy though.
Yeah, this is that's a bit awkward. Vanguard also now done for. Yeah, seriously. Oh my God! Don't even get me started. Mod packs. Illidan gets the Vanguard. We'll probably pick up phase pretty soon. Tier 1 tower top is dead, and yeah, they are charging. They're going right on Roger. Roger's gonna get Nether Strikes, a lightning bolt. They even get the haunt off. Look at all these TPs coming in. No Fear TP'd first, which is probably a mistake. Fisher misses completely. Cheshire Cat blink. He does have the battle hunger. He's chasing pretty far. No Fear is probably gonna have to grave himself. Arc of Lightning, charge goes. Sadoy wants this kill. No Fear's like, please, God, no. The Lightning Bolt and the Cheshire Cat, they are all super low. No Fear will take the regen rune. And ASUS.Polar with a really nice fight. Not losing anybody and getting that one big kill on Lena. That's a pretty big engagement.
Yeah, nice try there by the Spearbreaker trying to get that kill. But nice grave. It was really fast. And I mean, all in all, this is fine because Spectre's free farming now. This is exactly what you want. So I don't know what happened to make them leave the bottom lane or stop them from putting aggression onto Illidan, but this is good. This is going to give free up time for Illidan, who went for a Vanguard, which is interesting, but it's going to give him some survivability, I suppose. He's actually maxing out Dispersion first, which if you're going to max out Dispersion, I would say you need to build something like a Vanguard, so I guess that works, but I just feel like the Desolate and the Spectral Dagger, I prefer those, but this is certainly one way to do it.
And we'll see. I'm not I'm not sure how it's going to work. He has 2 points of the other ability, so it's not. He's still got something to work with there. By the way, I think they left when they counterwarded that sentry, and then the Radiant team started pulling again. Once that counterward came out, they kind of just rotated out of lane. I'm not sure that's the exact reason why they left. They might have just been content with the 2 kills, which I don't think is the case. Blink call into G. Dragon Slave, Laguna Blade. He's somehow still alive. He's a point booster. Does get Calling Bladed in the end, though, and the blood splatter is everywhere on the ground. Poor guy. But pretty big kill. Nice
AA Blast coming in.
No Fear Roger and Ditch Raw. They're all going to get hit. And they could turn on this if they had a charge or something, but Ditch Raw still actually hasn't skilled his ultimate yet. Has a armlet, no ultimate though, level 8, which is by the way pretty interesting.
Yeah, he's just saving it. It's one of those things. Oh, here comes a Haunt actually onto Roger playing the Lina. He does get a stun onto the Venge, and he's going to TP out. Very nicely done. I tell you, man, if he had 3 of those points into Desolate and Spectral Dagger, he definitely gets that kill.
Yeah, Spurs not enough.
Yeah, so it definitely came into play right there. Mid charge.
No Fear, Nether Strike gets canceled actually. Blink call.
Oh, big call.
2, that was huge, but no Helix procs. Now they get 1. Fisher comes out. Now they get the reincarnation double call coming out from Max. The jam followed by the second jam, and Lil is about to get called probably. And bringing him back a bit, but actually Sidoi charging Cheshire Cat. Gets the spins. No kill though. And Cheshire Cat survives, and they get the tier 1 tower. Early game again going to Power Rangers as it did last game. But Illidan's still farming. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah, but he won Vanguard.
Yeah, and Shreds.
Vanguard Shreds. I mean, the thing is this kind of build is good when your team is like a team that wants to fight for a very long time. They're really good in team fights. You know, I'm talking about like Treant and like a farmed Sand King and like Undying, you know, like just I don't know, I'm just listing things that they probably never picked together, but you get the idea. Like heroes that can fight for a long time, Bristleback, you know, weird stuff like this. But that's usually not what the heroes that are picked around Spectre anyway. Usually you picked on heroes that want to protect him in lane, that are very good laners. AA is a great hero with Spectre for a number of different reasons, but oops, hold that thought. They smoked it, pops immediately. The Wraith King TP's out. I don't even know if this was in anticipation of a smoke gang. They just want to start fighting and grouping up, but that's a big waste of time there for ASUS, unfortunately.
Yeah, they're gonna converge around top lane. They'll put a ward behind. Oh, okay, they know that's there. That catapult. It's pretty much the MVP catapult. Spotting out FNG. That's gonna get more than likely counterwarded. I think it got pinged. No Fear has a sentry on him too, but maybe it somehow stays alive. They'll try to trade towers, although the tower down bottom is already dead. Ditcha did just use his TP, like you mentioned, so they might not actually TP up here and fight this. Although they have an axe, he does have a TP. He's got his blink. He's pushing in mid. I don't know if there's a reason not to contest this, except for the fact that you're fighting into this observer ward, getting vision of who TP's in. And all 5 are up here from ASUS.Polar. This is a tough defense here if you're Power Rangers.
I mean, Didya doesn't have a TP though. He already TP'd out. I agree with you. They definitely should have defended this, but I think it's just too late. Because essentially now they're trading against a Spectre who already had a harder time and will carry harder than you.
And that was the problem last game too, also.
Yeah, and now they're TPing up. The tower's already dead. Here comes the Haunt.
And they see everybody. And in fact, Cheshire Cat can't blink because of that Haunt. Lightning Bolt, Ditcher Rod doesn't have reincarnation. Wow, that Ice Blast, No Fear's grip, just saving his life. Laguna used surprisingly on FNG, the support. Zeus Ult kills a couple. In fact, they get the axe, they get the kill on Ditcha. A horrible fight for Power Rangers. Fisher just gets off in time. Spectral gonna go through onto J4. It's gonna connect. The movement speed slow. How far are they willing to dive? Sidoi trying to get something going here. Lightning Bolt, not the kill. That's the arc lightning they needed for G. Turns into a 4-for-1 where they use the Laguna onto the freaking Vengeful Spirit. They get that tier 1 tower and an awful fight. If they wanted to fight, they needed to rotate earlier. That was really bad, and a very good Haunt, by the way, coming out for the Spectre. Yeah,
and the tankiness did come into play right there as he's going toe-to-toe with Wraith King, who didn't go the most damage-oriented build, but Armlet's pretty damn good, but it didn't do very much that fight. The biggest problem was they were just rotated way too late. Like, the tower was already dead, and they needed to be up there way earlier, so essentially they traded, and then they lost heroes on top of that. And this is against the Spectre with global lineup. Like, Also, I didn't talk about this really too much, but Zeus with AA is really, really strong. The AA has the rank 4 of Ice Vortex. That's not only 30% slow, but 30% increased magic damage, which Zeus is full of. So, who, by the way, also has a very early Bloodstone.
Illidan gets cold bottom. LSA is going to go. Laguna Blade flies, and they get the Calling Blade. So there's that. Ice Blast is going to sail in. It's going to only hit with the trail. I guess G really just loves going Bloodstone first, man. He just loves picking it up early because he got it early in the storm. But FG walks right into J4. Double Fisher, LSA, Dragon Slave charge, gets Yules by Roger. Now this is turning around. Call misses. Cheshire Cat didn't blink, and there was nothing stopping him from doing so. Kind of just an awkward play. Does blink Cole in the end. They 3 kills, and they actually ping back to Roche, and they want to try to take this down, which is a possibility. We'll see.
I think they can. Wraith King's a pretty good hero for this. He's got a Quelling Blade. He's got Mortal Strike actually maxed here. This is we don't see this very often at all. But yeah, this should be a free Roshan. Oh, AA Blast is coming. They have a Zeus Salt. They have Haunt up. There's a chance they actually defend this.
Yeah,
there is a chance, but
a couple of them got hit. Zeus Ult's not going yet. They do have Haunt. I think they're waiting for the Spirit. They need to get in position, but there's really good vision from the Dire from Power Rangers. I don't know. I think it's too late at this point, but they'll try.
Yeah, they need another Ice Blast, but it's not coming up. So Blue's coming in. He actually might be dead. Yeah.
Well, they'll try to fight on top of this. Call's gonna go. Meanwhile, charges in. They're looking for a hero. Blade Mail's popped. Zeus Ult goes. Only one down. It's the reincarnation. Roger's low. That's just the Aegis. No Fear about to go down. Grave not available. Rock going toe-to-toe, but now the call on.
Oh my god.
The counter Helix procs, but they don't get the kill. They've lost 3 heroes already. Roger about to go down. He's gonna head into the Roche pit. No Roche there to deny him. And G again with a double kill. And it just doesn't matter. That's into Reincarnation, that's into Aegis, that's into Grave, that's into a 3-man call, and they still don't lose a hero. They still get 4. Power Rangers losing a fight again.
God, and the Bloodstone charges just rack up for G. I'm telling you, man, this Ice Vortex with the damage that Zeus is providing is so huge. It does so much damage. This isn't even when their lineup shines, man. Their lineup shines when Spectre gets like a Radiance, when the Ags comes up on Ancient Apparition, which is going to come up at a very, very good timing, and then Zeus maybe gets an Aghanims, which he's actually building towards, so I agree with that. So everything's coming into play for ASUS, despite it not looking like it should.
I will say this for ASUS.Polar, that their drafts always impress me, whatever they pick.
Yeah.
And they're doing it again, honestly. And almost every game that I watch them, they pick an outstanding draft. It's just that sometimes that draft doesn't pan out, or they lose in the late game. Illidan somehow can't find a way to carry, which is unusual, but it happens. But this game, and especially with the addition of G, who I think is one of the best mids out there currently, they are finding their stride. And because Power Rangers are getting blown up by match damage, they know the first thing they need at this point is BKB. Cheshire Cat decided, well, maybe I shouldn't have gone for the Blade Mail first, but he goes for the Ogre Club, gets the BKB, or is getting towards that, and I imagine that Axe will do the same. Or Wraith King, excuse me.
It's just hard, like, Wraith King doesn't want to build a BKB because he has 2 lives. He wants to go all-out aggression. This is why this hero's picked. But if you have to get a BKB, then I suppose you have to get it, so... BKB is not going to stop you too much against the Spectre, because Spectre will just outlast you, especially once he gets an item on top of that Radiance, which he's almost got his Relic, just needs about 150 gold and he'll be good.
If they were watching, they would have saw the smoke. Illidan was... Yeah, okay, I'm not crazy. Ichiro's going to get caught out. Reincarnation not available. He's dead. Haunt, the actual reality, and I think he wanted to be part of the kill. I don't know if he actually got any extra gold, though. That probably would have gotten to his Relic, but I don't think that was the case. Yeah, so Illidan not getting a part of that. He would have been able to go to the side shop right now and buy that Relic, but instead, they'll have to wait a bit.
Kind of unfortunate, but yeah, maybe they were expecting more heroes to come, and he could either KS that kill for extra gold or whatever, but yep, anyway, it doesn't matter. He's still got his Relic at a pretty good timing despite him having aggression. But that's why I was kind of wondering after I DC'd, I'm like, why did they stop, pursuing the issue on Spectre? They should really just make sure he doesn't get anything at all. But he did get something. They left the lane, and then he got some good farm, and now he's got a relic.
I'll tell you, man, when you were gone, Pip and I were talking, and we were pretty surprised that that tri-lane got blown up so quickly. And I mean, that's not the only issue. I mean, it's one of the problems, but certainly not the only problem for Power Rangers. I think the biggest issue has been Sidoi, G, and an Ancient Apparition, Lil, together. I mean, Lil, for God's sakes, almost as an active scepter, and G, the same. Like, they're very, very close to those items. Sidoi, what does he have? Almost a BKB. So these fights, these team wipes have been detrimental to Power Rangers because now they're losing so much. And they are trying to put pressure on bottom here on this tier 1 tower. I imagine they get this. Ice Blast is sailing through, but I don't think it stops any further aggression. We'll see. Maybe they do now. Tier 2's dead, and Power Rangers will grab it. They'll back up more than likely.
This is where the draft just really comes into play, because you look at the stats, and like team net worth is a slight lead for PR at a little under 3,000, but it just feels like it doesn't feel like that at all. Like, it feels like Polar are actually ahead because their items are bigger for their teammates. Like Spectre with his farm, it's way more effective than anyone else with equal farm. Same thing kind of goes with Ancient Apparition as support against another support. Like, an Axe and Ancient Apparition is so much better than, say, certain items onto a Dazzle.
Sidoi died.
Yes.
He had the unfortunate mispleasure of walking into an entire enemy team, which statistics show that if you tend to do that, there's a good chance you will die. So that was sarcasm, by the way, for anyone who was curious. I'm just throwing that out there. But
Thank you. No, now.
I've been told I have a very dry tone, and it's very hard for people to discern whether I'm being sarcastic or not. That's not sarcasm. That's me being 100% emphatic. I don't know. I guess that's an issue that I have. We'll have to work on it. Ditcherot's gonna find Illidan a little too late. He actually was in animation for Wraithfire Blast, but a bit too late there. Radiant's now done. Imagine if he had found that kill. He maybe stopped the Radiance from being bought. Need a buff. There have been more Rapiers purchased in 6.83 than Armlets. That's an embarrassment, man. Zeus ult, Haunt plus Radiance. They're like, guerrilla warfare, please stop. We do not want to die.
Ooh, that was the Zeus ult without the Axe, too. He just picked up the Axe.
Yeah.
And I swear, I looked at him like 3 minutes ago, and he had a Haste Rune, and now he's got another Haste Rune. Was it the same one? I feel like it was long ago.
No, that was... I remember that Haste Rune. That was pretty long. Well, I think I remember that Haste Rune pretty long ago. Maybe there was another Haste Rune at the beginning of the game that I'm also forgetting about. I don't know.
Yeah.
Are you tired, Pimp? Get some coffee, buddy. Oh, well,
Pimp has no excuses, man. It's
Yeah,
like,
really.
what time over there in Europe?
Seriously, dude. Well, getting into the evening. Come on, man. Well,
In case you guys don't know, he's yawning in our ears.
yes.
So that tells you how this game is going.
14 to 40. Oh, by the way, that's a Maelstrom for the Wraith King. Yeah, I guess that is further all-out aggression, and it's pretty good at blowing up illusions with the Maelstrom procs, getting a kill and clumped up heroes. Ice Blast will come through. They are baiting pretty hard for Power Rangers. Will ASUS.Polar fall for it? It looks like no. They don't see every other hero. I mean, G, all he has to do is Zeus Sultan, and then they have Vision. And Power Rangers, knowing that nobody's coming top, they'll clear up the tower. So I will say this. Power Rangers have this lead in gold because of the towers they've taken. But the later this game goes, and they know this, the harder it's going to get for them to really take these fights. Radiance is the first of many issues, but it's not the only issue.
Yes.
And then Illidan gets like a Manta, a Heart, or whatever, and then he becomes ginormous. Very difficult to deal with that hero at that point.
Yeah, the other thing to think about is, God, now I'm yawning, is that the pure damage of the dispersion is really good too in these fights and blowing people up, especially this Lena. Like I said at the get-go, Spectre's really good against Lena because she does a ton of damage, but she also is very squishy.
Wow, they blew him up. How did they see him? FNG is still dead, but now the charge of Roger. The Haunt's gonna go. No Fear's like, please. Spectre, no more. Ditcher on the backside going at G, but that is not the hero you want to fight up against when he has Zeus already. But he does have reincarnation. He jumps right in. They blow up Sidoi. And finally a fight that does go the way of Power Rangers. It's 2 for 1 actually. And that could have been a lot worse for Power Rangers, but some really smart plays. And all right, okay. I see you. I see you, Power Rangers. ASUS.Polar. Uh-oh, Illidan. This is not the time you want to go down. He has Spectral up to the high ground, and Ditcher actually has his blink on cooldown for a bit. So Illidan will survive. Only 2 deaths this game. Not bad. And they'll back away.
Yeah, he did get a solo experience kill onto the axe, so that's really good for Spectre. So he's got a Vitality booster if he wants one. He's got Yasha if he wants one. I feel like Yasha is necessary though because he didn't go for phase and he's very, very slow. And it's really important that Spectre keeps up with heroes in fights so that he can get more auto attacks in for dispersion damage and things like that. He's gonna go with the drums, late drums. Okay, I still think drums is good, but usually drums replaces the Vanguard, so this feels kind of redundant. But oh well.
I just got disconnected from the game. All right, well, good stuff. Hold on, let me reconnect real quick.
At least you're still here with us.
Yeah, I don't know what just that is weird. That never happens. Well, this is a day of firsts. I don't know what. All right, well, it's not only Twitch that's having issues. Apparently, I'm back in, by the way. That was... Alright, well, whatever. J4 is maybe dead. Probably, yeah, he's most certainly dead. Goodbye.
That was a total kill secure,
nice.
By the way.
Okay. G gets
100% secured.
He's like, got him. He's laughing in team chat, I'm sure. That's wow. Nice move, G.
Like, that is the epitome of just a kill steal. Like... The old angry, don't steal my kill when you first played Dota 1. Remember this?
Yes.
That's the epitome of it. Like some angry kid, you can see him pressing that R button or whatever you have it bound to. I'm gonna steal this from you. That was it.
I have no idea what the legacy key is for Zeus ult, honestly.
Well, it's something God's Wrath.
All right.
So I think it's actually still R, isn't it? Or is it W?
It might be R. I don't know. I honestly have no idea. I was casting NEL last night, and Mike was doing my quote unquote stats. I say with air quotes. We'll tell the story after Roger maybe dies or survives. We'll see. Looks like Zidoi's the one who's dying. That's an Axe Laguna Blade, by the way.
Yeah.
I heard BKB go off. Was that Zidoi's? Yep. That Axe goes through the BKB, my friend. Cheshire Cat chasing after FNG. FNG with the sick jukes. He's gonna try to see. Oh, maybe not sick enough. He's dead. Double kill for Roger. Yeah, this could. Yeah, I don't know.
And you see this. This is smart from FNG. The second he got Yulesed. Oh, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, I was lagging quite badly there. I'm kind of scared, but
you're back.
The second he got Yulesed, he pinged up at the ward spot, so he knows that that's the only way they could have had vision, and they do have a ward there. So. Nice heads-up play, or I should say just knowledge of FNG. The AA Blast should be coming, and it will be. So that'll be good. They have everything. They got the Zeus ult, they got the Spectre. Here we go.
There's the Haunt going in. This is the start. No Fear and Roger splitting up. And Zeus ult's gonna fly. Roger's done. Ditcher has reincarnation. They could have fought him there, but they decide not to. Lil gets the kill on No Fear. They're all super low. Lightning Bolt goes, misses Cheshire Cat, and Ditcher backing up. This is ASUS.Polar's Roche now. Meanwhile, they jump into Sidoi charge. That's the reincarnation. Cheshire Cat now call onto 2. BKB goes for Cheshire Cat. Arc Lightning going, not doing much. Sidoi pops his own BKB. Ice Blast again, but that might miss. Yeah, that's way off the mark. Spectral from Illidan now going to work. They get the kill on Ditcher. They're gonna get Cheshire Cat as well. G again with the double kill. How many double kills will he get this game? Well, that's gonna be another one, and they will take Roche on. As the only hero now alive is J4, who does have a Blink Dagger. Actually, they're not going to take Roche. They're instead going to take the Tier 1 tower, valuing the buildings a bit higher than maybe the Aegis at this point in the game.
They're a really bad Roche team. They're really bad at Roche. I actually don't think they could take it. Their damage is really terrible, so... look at G, man. And again, he's got 20 more charges on this Bloodstone. It's just like last game, except it's a little bit more difficult for Zeus to get him, but like opposed to a Storm Spirit, but man, this is really good for him.
He'll find one of the most useless runes as Zeus. For any other hero, that rune's amazing, usually, but double damage is not the best. And I was
not that great for techies either.
Well, yeah, well. I don't think that hero to me doesn't exist. That hero is an abomination.
I played the worst pub like a week ago against techies, where it was just a 90-minute game, just nothing you could do.
That sounds like fun.
It was not, because I lost.
I played a 90-minute. That actually got so morbid so quickly.
It was awful. It was like the worst feeling you could ever possibly imagine.
I mean, yeah, I can imagine that. This is actually about to fall. Aegis still not there. Gets the Aegis, gets the reincarnation. And no, yeah, that was just the reincarnation. LSA goes, hits onto Illidan. Now the man fight, which isn't really going that well. Sidoi charges in. Ditchera might lose his life twice. Cheshire Cat comes in. Couple of spins, getting kind of low. The bash procs from Sidoi. Are you kidding? Now they get the Spectral Dagger. No real match damage coming in because of that PKB. Now the jump back on Slam. Illidan in trouble, is going to fall, but that's the only hero that goes down. J4 is done as well. All 5 dead again for Power Rangers. Maybe finally they'll get to tell the story with IX Mike. It's not even that great of a story. Anyways. Well, hold on. That's 5 dead, by the way. And now they push down mid. And I don't really know what you do here if you're Power Rangers, honestly. Like
they need Lena to help blow up the Spectre. But then again, it's one of those, it's kind of like a double-edged sword, man. Like, you focus the Spectre, if you're all close to him, that dispersion is going to do a ton of damage. But they do have to deal with him. They need to wait out the haunt and try to initiate and just run away, and then heal themselves up after the A blast, after the haunt. But this just is the nature of the combo. Like, it's a very strong global strat, very, very strong.
Yeah, this is we talked about the draft in ASUS.Polar. I mean, there it is, man. They get it done, at least for the time being. I have a hard time believing they lose this game, but I've seen grittier things. Sidoi is dead, 100%. No way you survived that. Axe going for Aghanim Scepter, and I mean, he's had a couple of decent chops, but I mean, he really hasn't had the luck this game of getting a couple of really good spins and calls, and ASUS.Polar did a nice job of making sure the Axe is not a non-factor. So Axe is, again, and I've seen this more and more often, whereas, you know, Axe used to be this amazing hero that many considered broken. I don't know if he's up there. He's still very, very good, but I think, you know, he maybe still needs another change or two. I think the hero is not broken really anymore. I think he's still, he's okay, but not quite as good.
Well, I don't think that he has really anything to do with PR not potentially winning this game. I think he's done his part.
Yeah.
He's 10-5. He's got very, very good farm. All his calls have been on multiple heroes for the most part. I think he missed one blink call, which was weird, but other than that, he's been pretty much on point. I think the problem is Ditchera's not doing enough damage on the Wraith King. Yeah. I think that Lena and I think that the heroes are being contained too much by the global strat for them to really shine afterwards. Yeah. And I don't think they're getting enough time. They're just not tanky enough. And it's just a nice strat that ASUS had. Here we go again with the haunt.
They're all so far away. I don't know if they, I mean, they're charging somebody. I think it's the haunt on the Cheshire Cat. He's going to try to TP. He's not going to make it out in time. He did not expect the charge. He would have made it had that charge not been there, I think.
That's dispersion plus, sorry, not dispersion, but the Desolate plus their illusions. Yep. Very, very strong. Does insane amounts of damage. Your illusions get the Desolate too, if you're wondering. So it's very, very strong.
I'm a big fan of that ability. I really never play this hero. I've always wanted to, though. I'm afraid that if I play the hero, though, that my team is not going to pick any supports to help me in lane, and I'm just going to feed, which always seems to be the case. One hero that I did play, and you talked about 90-minute games. I played a 90-minute PL game with Charlie, and oh god, yeah, it was great. FNG is dead, by the way. It was a 90-minute game that we won, so it was amazing. The other team, like, oh man, they were pretty upset. I could tell at the end of the game.
I actually think they can kill this Dazzle if they wait long enough with the Zeus ulti and get him right before a grave. I actually think they could. Yep, he's gonna do it. He's gonna try. Oh, he gets the grave. It was a very nice try by G to wait, so that if there's a time where he can shatter right away, then he doesn't have time to grave. It's very, very close.
That's
I'm not
freaking
sure.
next level, man. You hit somebody with an ice blast, and then you literally kill them across the map with a freaking Zeus ult. That's insane to me.
Yeah, he does have a cloak. It was very, very close. I don't think the shatter would have come.
Yeah, I don't.
He is level 13, so
It'd have been tough.
He did grave regardless because he is scared, and I don't blame him.
This is the type of game.
Earthshaker, however,
is, this could be some Bloodstone charges gone. Oh, all right, I guess it is.
he's already up.
That instant respawn. He's walking back towards mid. He does not give a damn. Although that is a lot of charges to go, and if he dies again, he's probably down to like 9 or something, maybe a little bit more. But yeah, that's crazy to me that he just instantly respawns. Anyways, you know what? The point's already gone. I can't tell the story now because we were talking about.
Oh, come on.
We were talking about legacy keys. It's not even really. It's just an anecdote. Mike was doing stats for me during an NEL game last night. I think it was the game that you were doing. You were Spectre and Bloody Nine was Treant on the other side, and you guys should have won, but you lost. You remember that game?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you remember that game. Anyways,
that was my only loss yesterday. Thanks for bringing it up.
Well, listen, it wasn't anything to do with you. I'll just throw that out there.
Nice.
Anyways,
nice.
Mike was doing stats, and I told him to SCFU because he was doing fake stats, and I always like to play Mike because that's just how we are.
He was doing fake stats?
Yeah, like he was like, 30% of the time when Radiant misses his block, they lose the game. I'm like, there's no statistic for that. Meanwhile, there's a fight breaking out. Zeus gets the kill on J4. I think they haunted too. I'm not sure.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. Well, all right.
So he was like just making up like.
Yeah, he was making up stats. Yeah, he was making up stats 100%. Like some of the stupid. All right, like if Modpacks were to make up a stat right now, I'm sure it would be better than whatever Mike did.
All right, let's see it, Modpacks. Make up a stat.
Yeah. And it could like Modpacks, real or fake, I don't give a damn. And I was like, all you have to do, and I was talking about Treant Protector and how Bloody Nine was having a rough time. He was like complaining that that wasn't his hero or something, that he wasn't good at Treant Protector. I'm like, all you have to do is hit your E button and then your R button and you win the game. Call goes, swap out on bottom, Cheshire Cat, Magic Missile, bashes up, will they get the kill? And Dyer's 5 wins, 17 losses, and 6.83 with all 4 Legged heroes. Nice. I actually kind of believe that, and I'm sure it's like not true, but part of me wants to believe that's real. But that is a better stat than what Mike threw out yesterday. Although shout out to Mike for being an awesome guy. I was saying like, okay, so Living Armor is E and Overgrowth is R, and then Mike's like, actually he stats this. He stats the key for Living Armor is actually V, and I'm just like, shut the hell up, Mike. God damn it.
So what's Overgrowth? Is Overgrowth still R?
I don't know. Maybe Overgrowth is.
I used to remember all these, but I remember Zeus's Bolt was G for lightning, and I think Thunder God's Wrath is still. I think it's still R. Might be T. I don't remember.
I played a very small amount of Dota 1.
It's crazy how fast you retain him. I remember playing Dota 1 and like you think there's so many different keys for everything, but you remember all of them very, very fast.
On bottom, they threw an Ice Blast as well. No Fear is more than likely dead. Cheshire Cat's BKB now down. Call goes. The Haunt. Reality came through on the other side to ditch it around. They're man fighting. Axe does get the kill on Sedoy. Zeus ult goes. Reincarnation now up. J4 falls. I think to the second Zeus ult, which G now has a Refresher Orb. Roger now looking like he wants to get out, but G coming in. Light Strike Ray misses. They back away, and Ditchera has to clean up the illusions. And I feel like Power Rangers are just barely hanging on to this game. That's what it feels like anyway.
Yeah, it's just really hard to kind of withstand this combo. You have to, for one, they desperately need a pipe. I wonder if anyone's trying to build one, and it doesn't look like they are, but they really need a pipe. Like, it's so important. Even in the really late stages of the game where it doesn't feel like pipe does as much, I still feel like they need it. The only way they can win this is they wait out the initial combo of Polar's lineup, which is the AA Blast, Zeus ult, and then Haunt. and then they're still in fighting shape to take a fight after that, and then they look to kill maybe the Zeus immediately, or like that's probably primary target is ignore the Spectre at first, kill the Zeus immediately, and then focus the Spectre.
I think you're absolutely right. But
to do that,
you need a beta hero, I think, in order to make that work, or something, because I don't know how else you start that original combo without baiting somebody.
Baiting someone, or like I said, just withstand the first initial burst of ASUS's other big spells. And like I said, to do that, they really need a pipe, because when that AA Blast comes out, you can't heal each other with Dazzle Heal. You can't rely on that. You need to rely on strictly damage mitigation from something like a pipe.
Wow, Double Haunt is coming out soon for Illidan. That's you're a Spectre player. How do you feel about the Refresh Orb on this hero?
I would have liked to see Heart before it, but it's still very strong, so it's fine.
And now, how do you wait out the initial combo? How do you wait out 2 Haunts?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think you do.
Meanwhile, the Zeus ult, maybe thinking about going. They're waiting. It looks like Laguna Blade already went into Doy. That's an axe Laguna Blade. Echo Slam comes in, does no real damage.
He kills himself.
Just man fights and actually does it into like a Blade Mill or something. I don't know what the hell happened. Dispersion going to work. Now Illidan's going to try to man fight it against 3 heroes. Charge into Ditya. Ditya does have reincarnation. Also has his BKB more than likely for his second life. Early grave for No Fear, but No Fear in the end might die. G actually bombarding the artillery from the high ground here. Lil going for the courier. Zeus ult, double kill for Illidan with the Spectral and the Manta style illusions. Now Ditya in trouble, and 5 heroes all like on the ground, absolutely dead. Rigor Mortis setting in at this point for Power Rangers. That was a hectic fight. I don't know any way to describe it other than hectic and weird, honestly. But that was probably the worst situation for Power Rangers, because now there's no buyback for Ditya. There's no buyback for the Lena or for No Fear. Luckily, J4 has such a low respawn that he's already up. And there is buyback for Cheshire Cat. And he's waiting on the sidelines. No Echo, though. I imagine G throws up a lightning bolt there just in case, but maybe I'm wrong.
Yep, and there's the refresher completed for Illidan as well, so that's going to be good. Not only is Double Haunt very effective too, that's like the main thing, but what people don't realize is that when you go in Haunt, if you do Reality in, you use your Manta style first, so that's a ton of extra damage with, like I said, with the Desolate damage coming out from the illusions. But then it's also important to note that it's not just about the Haunt, but it's also about the Manta style too, that you can refresh. And so when you get that, not only just for extra damage on the illusions, but it's also, to get out of harm's way from certain different things. And there we go. G's got a very nice streak now.
How did that happen?
There's Haunt.
And I guess Roger was just too far out. I guess so. And double kill coming out. G gets another one. No buybacks, No Fear will actually make it out alive just barely. Ditya might not be so lucky. He does have Reincarn. Sidoy's looking for a charge. He doesn't have it. Bashes. There it goes. Ditya's BKB not actually helping at all. Bash is such a stupid ability. Ditya actually armlet toggle, stays alive with the help of the grave, but he's about to fall. Cheshire Cat actually jumps in, calls, then gets bashed up and charged.
Jeez.
And this game is it's all over but the crying at this point. Power Rangers are 5-man wiped again, and
none of them even have buyback.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. And there's not even a rack sound. There's no tier 3 sound. They literally walk into the base. They don't give a damn about tier 3s, tier 4 towers hitting them. They just kill every hero. And ASUS.Polar do it again. How many times have we seen them have a significantly amazing draft and then just put it to good use, put it to work? It happens once more. Power Rangers, again, this was their first series here in DotaPit Season 3. And they get off to about as a good start as of course, MYI have had in the past couple of days. So, yeah, there we go. That is how you know you are farmed as a Ancient Apparition. Casual 6 quarterstaffs. That's 900 apiece.
Usually they're Mask of Madnesses. That's what I've seen, but...
He like, for me, he does every item from, like...
He just switches it up, huh?
Yeah, for, like, he's crazy with that. But, that's it, man. ASUS.Polar take the series, and... It's impressive to watch these drafts turn into these games. It's not only the drafts, but it's them putting good use of the drafts, and getting kills and getting fights and making it really just work. That's the most impressive thing to me.
Yeah, it's never just the draft, because if you just took the same draft with 3K players, like, they're never going to win. So
No.
obviously they have to play it correctly and play it well. But a lot of it does have to do with the draft at the same time. Like, what are you going to do against this combo? I think the biggest thing is to stop it before the combo could ever get into effect. So what does that mean? It means shut down the Spectre, shut down the Zeus. They just didn't do enough of that. They started off with a good idea going aggro. I DC'd, so I didn't really see how things transitioned, but I saw them transition, and I don't think that you let a Spectre get that much. And to be honest, though, he wasn't even really the main problem. The problem was mid lane. Like, he just, I don't know, he just had a field day with these heroes. Just had too much time, or too good of a time early on. And I mean, look, he finished 17-4. So
I won't say Roger got outplayed in lane in both games, but I definitely
cheap. I think Mott might be dead, actually.
What's definitely dead?
I'll finish his thought, though. What he was going to say is everyone sucks, and I don't know. But that's it. I guess I'll close out, but thanks for watching, guys. Shout outs to, again, Modpacks for these nice stats. Pitmuckle on the production. Our good friend Mod, who just timed out in TeamSpeak as we speak, literally. And so, yeah, should be good for the next cast. I actually won't be here. I have some other things I have to do, unfortunately. But, yeah, and then you can check myself out at Dota. I forget everyone else's Twitter handle, so you have to forgive me there. But, yeah, should be good. And I guess that's it, right? All right.
G2A.com, the best video game store ever! Fast as lightning, solid as a rock, cheap as duck. What's more, you can sell on it because it's also a marketplace. Remember G2A.com, the best video game store ever!
Experimented with as well. You get the extra move speed, the extra bash duration, which turns into quite a long time actually, and the extra bash damage. Now they're gonna jump in onto Sedoy, get shackled up. Sedoy with some odd, just really weird movements coming out in this game, and with him down, he might actually have to buy back here. This tier 3 tower may be in trouble. FNG gets assassinated. It's half of his health gone. Buyback from Sedoy. Tier 3 tower, no glyph left. Oh, Blake Echo onto 3, onto 4. They kill everybody except Ditcha. G gets a double kill. What just happened? Are you serious, Lil? Are you insane?
Thought that's kind of strange, but it's very easy to do Roche with. Oh, not the best Echo Slam this time. Heal comes out from Chen.
Lil's dead. Yeah. Sedoy gets the lasso. Cheshire Cat. Wait for him in. Illidan comes in. All of a sudden, this fight was looking good, but now maybe not.